Mm.
All right. Hello. Welcome back to Bourbon Theory. I'm Bill.
And I'm Josh.
And today we're going to review something that Josh was really happy to find as we did a bourbon hunt.
Couldn't believe I found it in our state here in North Carolina.
So he lit up like a Christmas tree. Did a little jig, in fact, in the store. I had to leave for a few minutes.
I saw it on the shelf and I ran over. There were two of them. I'm like, that's mine.
Yeah. So
today we're going to review Redwood Empire's Cask Strength Pipe Dream Bourbon. This is out of California. I don't know exactly where in California. It's at Sonoma County.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is
Great wines, by the way.
Well, let's hope it translates to great bourbons. So we're sitting at 116.8 proof, so 117. They have the mash bill right here on the back of the bottle. We're at 74% corn, 20% rye, 4.5% malted barley, and 1.5% wheat. And that's the kind of transparency I love to see, especially right there on the bottle. It's one thing to put it on your website. It's another thing to put everything you got on that label smack dab on it.
We like it. We mentioned in our intro that we are uncut, unfiltered. We believe in transparency, and we've got it.
And
it also tells us
and unfiltered right there on the bottle.
It also tells us a little bit lower that it's at least 4 years old.
At least 4 years old, and it's got a pretty nice color on that.
It does.
Very nice color on that.
It's also
some other of their cask strength offerings and see if we can.
I think
just
match
do
it
that.
in with some others kind of in the same mash bill and the
Yeah.
same proof point, but do it blind.
Because they have a one of us is retired. He's got all the time in the world.
Except for when I'm working. You know,
Working on the property.
My list is long and varied. You know, doing things. So, but again, hit that like, subscribe. You know, we do want to hear from you. We look forward to it. Let us know what you'd like to see, what you wouldn't like to see. You know, that type of thing. So you know, do that. And here's what I'll promise you: that our videos will get better with time, just like bourbon.
Take care of yourselves.